Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy DBfanboy, and it looks like we got hit today with some very big news about the upcoming Dragon Ball Super movie for 2018. And yes, that's right, you heard me correctly. I said Dragon Ball Super movie because as it turns out, this movie is not going to be about what we all thought it was. But before we get into any of that, I want to go ahead and show you guys the first promotional artwork that we got for the movie, which not only gave us our confirmed release date for the movie, which is December 14th, 2018, but also a look at a very unique looking Goku. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the animation style of the movie, but it's definitely a newer look than we've seen ever. We've never seen a Goku in this style of animation, so it's pretty interesting to say the least. I mean, if you want a more detailed breakdown of this poster and the animation behind it, I would check out someone like Anime AJ. I'm sure he's going to be dropping a very detail-oriented video on this. Now, along with the new Goku look and the release date of the movie, we also got this tagline that gave us our first clue at what the movie was going to be about. And the tagline says, "A super movie begins." Now, when we first saw this tagline, a lot of people were confused and they were really left scratching their heads because everybody was under the assumption that this movie was going to be about Yamoshi and about the origin of the Saiyan race. But yet, when we hear the word super in the tagline, a lot of people naturally jump to the conclusion that, oh, this is going to be a Dragon Ball Super movie. So we weren't really sure what to make of all this information until just a little bit later on. The official website gave us a comment from Akira Toriyama himself, and while the translation is available in English on the website, I guess the Japanese version, or the directly translated Japanese version, gives us a little bit more detail that the English version leaves out. And thanks to kanzenshu.com, we have a translated version of it that I'm going to read here for you guys. So it says, "The Dragon Ball Super movie this time will be the next story in the series currently airing on TV. It will be an episode after catching our breath from the climax of the Tournament of Power with the universe's existence on the line, with content that will give a little better understanding about Frieza and the Saiyans, which I hadn't properly depicted up until now, and leading to a mighty foe saved for the occasion, which I think has it shaping up to be a really enjoyable story." As with 2013's Battle of Gods and the last outing Resurrection F, I've written the story myself, and I've had the privilege of drawing lots of design illustrations as well. The fact is, while I'm just as busy as ever, as long as I'm not doing a serial, I have plenty of free time to think about the animated version, which I was completely hands-off about before. Now then, the animated version on TV will be ending for the time being, but the very popular Dragon Ball Super comic drawn by Toyotaro will keep on going as is. I think there will also be story development different from the TV show and the movie, so please look forward to that as well. I will be too. Akira Toriyama. Now, in response to the announcement, Toyotaro also commented, "With that in mind, the comic will continue as a comic." Now, this is a lot of information to process. They gave us so much info here. Now, let's start all the way back in the beginning. So now they're telling us that this is going to be a continuation of the story in Dragon Ball Super, which is very interesting because, I mean, now these movies normally, like, they don't take place in the same universe as the anime, but this is telling us that it's going to. I mean, just like how Battle of Gods and Resurrection F were kind of, you know, laying the groundwork for the anime, and they were pretty much the same. Like, there were very small differences, nothing really crazy to make it as non-canon as the others. I mean, I hate using that word, but just so that way you guys get an idea of what I'm talking about. So this is going to line up with everything that happened in the Tournament of Power. So that's very interesting. The next thing that's interesting is that he mentions about Frieza and how he's going to go into a little bit more detail about his relationship with the Saiyans. So I don't really know what this means. This could mean a couple number of things. Now, they could just be, if they're going to, well, we know the movie's going to be about Saiyans because they've already said that. Now, this could just be part of them, you know, just telling the history of the Saiyans, and they're just, once they get to the part where the Saiyans come in contact with Frieza, maybe they're just going to go into a little bit more detail about that part. Or it could mean that Frieza is going to actually play a role in this movie, maybe that Goku keeps his promise and Frieza actually gets wished back, and he might fight alongside Goku, or it's possible that Frieza will maybe somehow be involved with this new mighty foe that's going to be the main villain for this movie. But if I were to have to pick one of these to have the highest chance probability, I would say that it would have to be the first one, where, I mean, we know that this movie is going to be about the Saiyans, so they're going to want to tell the entire history of the Saiyans all the way back from the beginning of the race to where they are currently, seeing how this is a Dragon Ball Super movie. So it's going to be current, and like I said, this is going to be taking place after the Tournament of Power. And Frieza plays a huge part in the Saiyan history. I mean, seeing how he wiped out their race pretty much. So I would say that that's probably going to be his role in the movie mostly. Not to say that he can't be in the movie, because as you remember, Goku is supposed to wish Frieza back to life after this tournament is over. So if Universe 7 ends up winning and he gets to keep his promise, that's what he's going to end up doing. Maybe. I mean, we can't really say because we don't really have any more information, and we're going to have to wait till after 131 to find out about this. So we'll have more information on that. I'm just saying, for right now, I would say that Frieza probably won't be playing a major role outside of them just going over Frieza's relationship with the Saiyans in the past. Now we can move on to talk about the last bit of information that we got from this, which is really crazy, and I don't know why it's kind of just like nonchalantly thrown in there, but it's basically Toriyama telling us that the Dragon Ball Super manga is going to keep going after the Tournament of Power. Now, everybody, I'm sure, just assumed that the Tournament of Power was going to be the end of the Dragon Ball Super manga, since it was going to be the end of the anime. But that doesn't seem to be the case, because he says straight out that the Dragon Ball Super manga will keep going as is, and he also mentions that it will have a little bit different developments from the TV show and the movie. So not only will whatever happens in the movie also take place in the manga, it appears as if there's going to be even more story to continue after that. So that is like extremely big news that you would think that they would do a separate announcement for, but they're kind of just, like I said, like nonchalantly just talking about it as if everyone already knew this. So this is pretty big information. And no, you know what? This is huge information. And now that this is out there, I'm sure stuff is going to start pouring in all over about where the manga is going to be headed. So I'm sure we're going to be getting a lot more information on that very soon. But for now, this is all the info we have. As usual, if any information comes in, I will be sure to tweet it out or post it on Facebook if it's not really video worthy. If it's just some small information, I'll make sure I just get it out there real quick. But if it's something huge like this, I'll make sure to do a video on it. So if you are not already, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with any new content that I come out with. And also, I really want to hear your guys' feedback on this. I want to know, A, what you guys think of this new look for Goku. Do you guys think that this is going to be the animation that they're going to be going for in this new movie? Or do you guys think this is just some promotional work and the movie is going to look very similar to how it did in Resurrection F and Battle of Gods? And also, B, what do you guys think about Goku with the power pole? Do you guys think that he's actually going to be using that movie? Because Goku's a savage when he uses that pole, and we haven't seen that in a very long time. So it'd be very cool to see him bring that thing back and actually do something with it. But other than that, I also want to know your guys' thoughts on the movie. What do you guys think about everything that we were just told by Toriyama? Like, I'm personally so excited. I can't wait for more information to come in, because I'm very curious as to who this new foe is, and if Frieza is actually going to be playing a part when it comes to this foe. Because it'd be very cool to see Frieza pull a Vegeta move and actually end up teaming up with Goku and them. Like, that would be such a cool thing to happen. And I mean, he doesn't have to really turn as good guy-ish as Vegeta did. Frieza can still be a dick, but he could at least, like, it'd be something really cool to see him still be a villain, but at the same time be like, look, I still don't like you, but I'm going to, just like in the tournament, actually, now that I think about it, exactly how it's going down in the tournament. If this is going to be their relationship forward, where he's not still trying to kill Goku, but he's just letting him know, look, one of these days I'm going to be coming for your ass, so you better be ready. But until then, we're cool for right now, but just know I got your name. So yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys, maybe I don't know, I got a little carried away right now. I was really excited. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on all the info. And like I said before, make sure you subscribe if you're not already. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, to stay up to date with all other content. But yeah, that's it. That's it for me, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you give it a like, a thumbs up if you did, to show your support. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.